Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make up to $500 selling things around your house that you may not use anymore. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Calvin and I'm excited to have you. Today I want to share some ideas that I have regarding selling things around the house. I want to this week make up to $500. That's my goal personally, to make up to $500 this week. And the reason I want to do this is because I want to invest into a program that's going to help me make some more money. That I'm going to be learning how to do affiliate marketing, and with this affiliate marketing program, I'm definitely going to be returning my investment on that. So I'm going to be raising the capital for that specific program this week by selling things around my house. Now, I don't want to use my own capital, mainly because my wife doesn't want me to use our own capital, the funds that we use for bills and that we get from our jobs. She doesn't want me to use it for that, so I have to get creative with the way that I make my money this week. So I'm going to raise that $500, and that's my goal. I'm going to raise that $500 by selling things around the house that I don't use anymore. So I'm going to have to get creative in order to do this. And I just wanted to encourage you guys that it's possible for you to do the same thing. There are things around the house, if you don't use this computer anymore or that dresser behind me, go ahead. You guys are free to sell those things, as long as they're not going to put you out. It's more simple than you can even imagine. One of the things that I like to do when before I actually sell things online is I go throughout the whole house and I take an inventory, or I go through my garage and I take an inventory of the things that I don't need anymore and I haven't used in the last 6 months or a year, and that I probably won't use anymore. So what I did this past week was I went ahead and I took an inventory of the things in my garage. My garage over the past year has gotten stacked up with a lot of furniture. If you don't know, I used to flip furniture before I started flipping motorcycles. I used to flip furniture just as a a hobby, and it actually became my job for a little while because I was out of a job. So I used my hobby in order to keep the food on the table, basically. So I have some stored up furniture downstairs, some that needs refinishing, some that are projects for other people and they like working on that kind of stuff. Some are just already ready to go, and they can be sold as is. But one thing I just want to stress is that it's important to go around and take an inventory of the things that you don't need. Once you come up with that list, you kind of just want to go online. This relates a lot to my video on flipping motorcycles. So if you go check that out again, it should be up in one of the cards on top. You can see in that video that a lot of the steps that I applied to flipping motorcycles apply to selling any of the things on platforms like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go. They all apply. All those steps apply to selling just about anything when it comes to person-to-person selling. So when I went downstairs and I took an inventory of the garage, I found, I had these marquee letters that I created. It took me like 24 hours to make them for my wife's proposal. And so when I went ahead and I proposed to her, I made these extravagant marquee letters that I'll never be able to use again. And they said, "Marry me." But I know that they've been used for some of my friends' proposals, and now they can go to a good home and be used for somebody else's wedding, or if somebody else wants to rent them out, whatever it may be. But I've decided to sell those, and I already got an offer for $200 for those. So I started this week, and I'm aiming for my goal of $500. But I've gotten those marquee letters that are going to be sold. I've got some furniture downstairs, like a table, some stools, a camera, things here and there that I found around the house that I'm not using anymore, and they're just collecting dust. So I want to encourage you, just look around the house, take an inventory, look in your garage, make sure that there's nothing in there that's collecting dust. And if you find something in there that's collecting dust, sell it. It doesn't have any value to you anymore. Why keep it around? Now, a lot of these platforms that I go onto, like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, Craigslist, all these places, there are people, thousands of people searching these platforms every day for items that you have. And you can, one of the things that I like to do is I like to go in the search bar and I type in what item I'm selling. So for example, if I were to try to sell the stools that I have downstairs in my garage, I would look up brown wooden stools on Craigslist, and then I would look at what the price point is for similar or comparable stools. And so, if it comes out to like $20 or $30 for a really nice stool, I know my stools aren't in the greatest condition. So what I'm going to be doing is for those wooden stools, I'm going to be putting them at a lower price point so they can go quickly. I don't want to keep them on my hands. Do I really need the extra $10 to hold on to the stools for an extra month until somebody comes along to get my price point? No, I want to get rid of these items as quickly as possible so I can meet my $500 by the end of this week. So in order to sell them quickly, I'll go and I'll look up the prices of comparable items. So another table or other marquee lights and letters. If I'm selling this computer, what's the average price of this computer going for? And can I, maybe put it a couple dollars lower? Can I take better pictures? That's another thing. Taking good pictures is one of the crucial things that I like to do in order to sell my items quickly. When I took pictures of the motorcycles, I usually only keep a motorcycle for a couple days, 3, 4, 5 days before I sell it, because the pictures that I use are that good. And I've said it before that other people even use my pictures when they go ahead and turn around and sell the bike themselves. I've seen it before. I've gone back on OfferUp before to look for more bikes, and I'll see the bike that I've sold to somebody reposted with my pictures. So that shows you how important taking great pictures are. Now, before you sell something and before you take these pictures, make sure that you clean up the items. I have a bike downstairs that I'm selling. It's a beach cruiser, and the thing looked totaled, but I made a listing, and I say totaled because it was really rusted out. What I did was I cleaned it up. I took all the chipping paint off. I cleaned up some of the rust. Took all the cobwebs off. It's not something that I'm going to go ahead and try to flip in order to flip for a profit. I'm going to sell it as is. There are a lot of people in the bicycle market that are just trying to either make a bike for themselves or they're trying to sell it themselves. So I'm not looking in that case scenario to clean the bike up significantly, but I want to make it look nice and presentable to somebody that is going to be in that market of flipping that bike or having it for themselves, and they're willing to put in a little bit of work. So just make sure whatever item you have, that you clean it up and you make it look really nice. So that is my goal for this week. I do plan on making that $500 mark. If I do come up short, that's okay. But my goal is for the $500, and I do want to get into this program for affiliate marketing. And it's kind of funny because I've been talking to my wife about trying to put some of our own capital forward for that. There was even a guarantee of a return by one of the individuals that's helping me through the program. But she wants to. My wife is there for my betterment. She's trying to make sure that I'm not going to go frivolously spending money. And I do appreciate that. So we are going to be, hopefully by the end of this week, enrolling into that program. And I'll be starting with some affiliate marketing, which is in turn going to be helping me with other avenues of entrepreneurship. Most of us, if you're trying to build your wealth, you're trying to build your income, you're trying to earn a couple extra $100 a month or a week, whatever it may be, whatever your goals are, you need to start from somewhere. So I definitely enjoy making a couple dollars stretch into a couple $100 and a couple $100 stretch into a couple $1,000. And that's what I did with motorcycles. I only had a couple $100, and I went in on it with my brother. He put up most of the capital. For this specific bike, the first bike that we flipped, and we split the profit 50-50 because I took all the pictures, I did all the listing, I did all the other stuff, and he was the bank account essentially. But we started from somewhere. I only put a couple $100 in, and my couple $100 return, or my couple $100 gave me like a $500 return on my first bike. And our average bike we sell is like $1,000. So I'm making $500 on every bike I sell, and it's only a couple of days. That return is really good. And with things like this, you can build up the capital to be able to reinvest into other things. And I really do think that's very valuable. I think there's so much potential in that. For you that are beginners, you can do this. You can sell things around your house. With that money that you take, you can either put it in a bank account, which I don't recommend because they don't really give you very much interest, or you can look into ways to invest, whether it be the stock market. That has a little bit higher of a learning curve, or flipping other items. What I did when I was flipping furniture is I would just go to the thrift stores which is also really good. You can go to thrift stores and flip just about anything for a profit because they're always, there are always deals there. And I'll make another video for that in a little while. Maybe in a couple of weeks here, I'll make a video on, where I go throughout the thrift store. But getting back to it, I would go and flip furniture, and so I would go pick up like a $5 dresser. You can negotiate with these people at the thrift stores, and I'd pick up like a $5 dresser, and sometimes I would sand it down, repaint it, and sell it for like 60, 70 bucks. So, one time I took home a big wooden dresser, and I knew that it was something that I would want to flip myself, but why do the work when there's somebody out there that wants to flip it themselves? So in this case scenario, I ended up selling it. I bought it for like $75, and I ended up selling it the next day within 24 hours for $150 without even having to flip it. So I didn't have to sand it, I didn't have to paint it, I didn't have to do anything to it. I just took it home, and somebody came and picked it up, and I was the middleman, and I made 100% return on that. And so in scenarios like that, you can go to thrift stores, you can sell things around your house, whatever it may be. You can work your way to a substantial amount of money in order to continue to reinvest. And that's ultimately what we want to do. We want to build wealth. We want to have some financial freedom, whether it be taking vacations is your goal, whether it be being able to pay the bills more, whether it be just living a life above your means. This extra cash can help you. So I hope that helps. I hope that you find some value in what I've taught you today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button, and leave a comment in the comment section right there. Join us in this community as we continue to learn how to walk through this entrepreneurship walk. Even if you don't consider yourself an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship and the ability to create wealth is something that's important for everybody to learn. And I definitely want to show you guys how you can do that yourself. So message me if you have any questions, comment below. And stay tuned for future videos. I will be posting just about every day. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow.